Okay, so at the time of recording this video, I watched Akashic Records about 2 hours ago, and normally when I'm done watching an anime, I automatically just right away get my camera out and start recording the review. So why did I wait 2 hours? Was I busy doing something? No, it's because when I finished watching this episode, I got a migraine. So I was waiting for the migraine to go away. It's still here! As I'm currently recording this video, this migraine still hasn't gone away, and it really hurts. Not sure if I've ever gotten a migraine from watching an anime before. I mean, I knew what was coming, don't get me wrong. I already knew after reading the description and after seeing the trailer what this anime was going to be about, but I was just hoping that it would surprise me like Rokudenashi no Cavalry. You know, it's been a while since I reviewed anime series like this. An anime series that's magic school, battle shonen-ish, bit of ecchi, you know, something like that. It's been a while since I reviewed an anime like that. Of course, I already have my magic school anime, thanks for Little Witch Academia, but, you know, like I mentioned, all those other genres a part of it. It's been quite some time. The last time I did it was for Rokudenashi no Cavalry in the fall of 2015, and that one was quite a surprise for many of us, because it did start off pretty cliche, but the reason why a lot of us stuck with it is because we saw something. You found this charm or some sort of small little uniqueness about it that made it different from everything else. And then halfway into the series, it was leaps and years ahead of a bunch of anime that are in this particular genre, you know. It was so much better than all those other ones. So I was hoping that maybe Akashic Records would be the same way, because when I read the description, there was something that did catch my attention, besides the fact that it's not going to be harem, at least I believe it's not a harem, but also the fact that there's going to be a mystery aspect in this, to where the main character, Sistine, which that's such a pretty name, but Sistine is going to figure out the mystery of this floating castle. So I was like, okay, this could actually be pretty interesting. There's not going to be like some sort of school battle festival where they're all going to compete with other schools. Okay, that's great. That's a first. Nice. Man, I don't know how long it's going to take till we get into that aspect, or if it's going to be worth it to get into that aspect, because this episode was hard to watch. Again, Rokudenashi no Cavalry did have a pretty cliche start as well. As did the Asterisk War, which I heard ended up getting better later on, but that's really debatable, so I'm not going to get into that. I haven't even seen the anime. This is just what I've heard, so we're not going to get into the Asterisk War. But with Akashic Records, yeah, it's pretty much starts off as like every single other, you know, magic school anime. So I feel like I should give this anime another test. I don't want to. This freaking migraine really hurts, man. But I'm going to try. Unless if it pisses me the fuck off next week, then that's it, I'm done, okay? So hopefully it doesn't piss me off. If it does, then you won't even be seeing a video out next week. But if I can take it, then you'll see a review out next week. Maybe I'll end up giving this 3-episode test, not too sure. Okay, first off, I have to say, these school uniforms for the girls are freaking hilarious. Like, I'm used to sexy school uniforms. I like me some sexy school uniforms, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I like it when the skirts are really short. I like it when they're really tight around the body. I'm not gonna lie. However, this was just ridiculous. The girls are wearing crop tops and they have garter belts. They all wear thigh highs. And I'm just like, what is this? Oh my god. They have like suspender garter things around their stomachs too. Oh my god. They're all a bunch of sluts. So funny. I couldn't take it seriously when I saw those uniforms, man. Oh man. I saw them in the trailer, so I thought maybe this is just their battle uniforms, but nope, this is what they wear all day. They wear these skanky hoe prostitute outfits the entire day. Oh god, that's so funny. I'm sorry, I sidetracked there. But anyway, so this anime is about Sistine, the token tsundere character, but she kind of has a good reason as to why she's being a tsundere, honestly. I'd probably be just like her as well, except for the whole perverted scene, because, you know, we gotta have that scene where the best friend fondles the other best friend, because, oh boy, it feels so good to fondle your friend's boobies, oh boy! You see, the students just got a new substitute teacher, Glenn, who doesn't have a teaching license. He's a third-rate mage, but yet he was recommended by one of the top professors in the academy, and everyone's wondering why. So we kind of got two answers, really. You see, the first answer was when we had like this flashback with the professor talking to Glenn, being all like, oh hey, I need you to be a substitute until I can find an actual replacement. So we have that. But then when she was asked, like the sensei was asked by the headmaster, she said, oh, I want him to live a fulfilling life. So I'm just like, okay, you're kind of giving me mixed answers here. Now some of you are probably thinking that it's not all that bad because the anime is self-aware at how cliche it is. Yeah, I do like it when an anime is self-aware, but there's a limit to how far you can go, and they only pointed out how cliche it was once, which was when Glenn walked in on the girls changing. And oh boy, the girls didn't lock the door, what the fuck? Neither one of them? Out of all the girls, none of them locked the door? The fuck? I don't know, maybe you find Glenn entertaining. That's cool. Me personally, I've seen characters like him before. I've seen characters like him before as like the lead, and he's like one of the leads, really. Technically Sistine is the main character, but Glenn, I didn't really find him entertaining. I was just, whenever I saw him on screen, just like, this fucking dumbass. Like, I don't think he's a bastard, he's just an idiot. Okay? A bastard would be a downright douchebag, which I guess some of you could view him as a douchebag. Me, I'm just like, who the fuck is this dumbass? I just found him really irritating, and then at the end, we see how even more of a dumbass he is when he loses to his student. So, yeah, pretty bad first episode. It could get better, yes. With this whole finding out the mystery thing with the sky castle thing, castle in the sky, if you get that reference. Why did the professor specifically ask Glenn to substitute? Maybe it's because he has some sort of relation with Sistine's grandfather, and because I'm saying this because, you know, somehow the two are going to be intertwined with this whole mystery thing. So perhaps he has this secret OP power within him that will be released by episode 5, you know, that's probably gonna happen. You see, that's the problem. I know how this is going to end. I don't need to read the light novel, and I don't need to finish the anime to know how this is going to end. If this surprises me, great. I will find out in next week's episode if I find something within it. With Rokudenashi no Cavalry, like I said, me and many others were able to find something unique about it. Even though it was very cliche in the first episode, we were still able to find something within it that separates it from other Magic Academy Battle School-like anime. And so Akashic Records could pull through with this mystery aspect, but it could also really fail at its execution. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to watch one more episode? Are you going to give it the official 3-episode test? Are you sticking with it? Light novel readers aren't really speaking up, so I guess it's not really popular or not really good at all. So if you're a light novel reader, let me know your thoughts on the light novel. And yeah, catch me later as I review Little Witch Academia. We also have, hold up, wait, I got a bunch of stuff here. Alice Tuzoroku. We also got Water Salesman, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of at the moment. So I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.